Hey everybody, what's shaking? Animal Man here. Today we're going to talk about the first thing that I want you to hopefully do in your family preparedness repertoire. That is a blackout kit, or in this case, it's a blackout bag. And it's kind of self-explanatory, but maybe not. This is basically a kit that if there's a blackout, power outage, it's somewhere convenient that you can just grab it and have things that you need, not have to go in the dark hunting around for everything. So it's a time saver, it's good for safety and convenience, and this should be, somewhere under your bed or tucked in the corner of your room or somewhere that's accessible in a place that people in your household tend to be a lot. So your bedroom is a great spot for this because you sleep 7 or 8 hours a night. So that's 1/3 of the day you spend in bed basically right there. So this would make a logical place to keep that under your bed. So if there's a power outage, you wake up, middle of the night, power's out, things are dark, and kids are screaming, kids are scared, whatever. You grab this bag right underneath your bed, hopefully, something like that. And instead of having to fiddle around and try to find the zipper again in this bag, right on the outside you've got a light stick. So you just peel that open, crack it, you've got lights. Now you can see what you're doing a little bit. So it's really helpful to have a light stick. This is just from the dollar store, I think, this light stick. And stuck in the outside of the bag, or if you're using a small Rubbermaid bin for this, you have it just electrical tape right to the top or masking tape right to the top of the lid. So it's there and you grab it. So, the light stick. Now, for the contents of the bag, I have a 6-year-old boy. So, what 6-year-old boy would not want a glow wax if the power's out in an emergency? Makes him feel safe. He can, play with it and everything. It's a glow stick. You can see where he is. If you have a daughter, they have all kinds of cool glow things now. My son got glow witch fingers or claws or something. They have all kinds of stuff. This is great for girls. It's a glow hairband with little ears on it. So your daughter can put that on, and that way you can see where she's at also. That's kind of a neat thing to have. So glow sticks. A lot of the stuff in here is going to be for lighting. Lighting's very, very important. And a lot of people in their houses, they either don't have flashlights, or they don't know where they are, or they find one and the batteries are dead, or it's almost dead. And most people have not upgraded their flashlights over the years either. None of your lights should have a halogen bulb in it. And that's very, very old technology. Everything should be LED, hopefully, because they're brighter, use less batteries, they last longer, the bulbs don't burn out. So, LEDs. So you've got 3 categories of flashlights that you should have. The number one thing, you should have headlamps. You should have one for everybody in your house. These I got, I think, at Christmas tree shops on clearance for $1 each. So I bought every one they had. I think I bought like 8 of them. And I have these all over. I have one in my car. I have one in this kit, all over the place. So headlamps. That way they're hands-free. You can see what you're doing. Because a lot of times you're trying to fix something in the dark, or you're stressed out, or you just woke up, you're tired. If there's a blackout, you need to have something that's hands-free so you can be able to work on it and not have to have a flashlight in your mouth or like this with the flashlight. Headlamps. Now you've got small handheld flashlights. These are 2 really good examples of it. This is made by Coast. Takes 1 AA battery. It's fairly bright, lasts a while. It's great to work on small things. And this is a 2 AA mag light, and I've upgraded it. This is the same mag light I had when I was a kid, but I got the LED upgrade, so that way it's brighter than it was before, and the bulb won't burn out, and the batteries last longer. And the great thing about this, the engineering on these is awesome. It's made of aluminum, so it's pretty tough. And you can use it as a flashlight. But when I was a kid, what I loved about this the most was that you unscrew the cap and you put it under it and you sit it down like it's a candle, and it illuminates the whole room around you. So I used to have a bed tent when I was a kid. I had a Transformers bed tent. And I'd be in the bed tent like playing with stuff when I was supposed to be asleep or reading a book or whatever with my little candle light. So kids love these. They're great to have in this kit. LED mag light. 2 AA or 3 AA. The third category is a small lantern to light up the area of a room. You should have one like this too. And these run on C batteries, but there's all different ones. There's rechargeable ones, which are wonderful. For this kit, though, we're keeping away from rechargeables for now. This is just normal batteries, normal alkaline batteries. So, then you've got batteries for everything. You've got C's in here for the lantern, and you've got AA's, AAA's for all different things. For these flashlights, I'll take AA's, AAA's. So, that's your lighting stuff. Now, another option for lighting would be candles, which I don't like, but a lot of people like the candles. More batteries there. So the easiest, simplest thing to use for this would be tea lights. And you can buy a big package of tea lights for just a few bucks. Each of these burns, I believe, 3 to 4 hours. So you want to have some kind of glass container. It can be a mug or whatever you have. And you can put these in there just to contain the flame a little bit. That way you don't have to worry about as much of a fire hazard. If you have small children, or you have a cat or a dog or birds in the house, candles are off limits. No candles. Too much of a fire hazard, in my opinion, because it's too likely the cats are going to climb on things. I have 5 cats, and they climb everywhere, knock things over all the time. On a daily basis, they do it. So I worry about them getting burnt, knocking us over, setting the house on fire. Small kids may do that also. And then birds, a lot of the fumes are toxic to birds. Their lungs are different than ours, and just burning this in the house may just kill your bird outright if you have a little, cockatiel, parakeet, parrot, things like that. So you have to worry about that. So candles is the other option. I think flashlights are better. So you want some type of small first aid kit. Hopefully everyone's got a main first aid kit in their bathroom closet or something like that for their house, although I don't think everybody has one. But you want to have it in this spot with your kit. That way you have one there. You don't have to hunt for it, or maybe you don't even have one. So a small first aid kit. I got this at a yard sale. I think I paid like $2 for this at a yard sale, and I've added things to it and upgraded it. So first aid kit's super important because if there's an outage, it's dark, you're more likely to bump into things or get hurt, and you may be trying to fix things, you might cut yourself. You need to have a first aid kit that's accessible. Very important to have. Another interesting thing to have in here, important thing, I've got a small AA radio, and this is to check the news, see what's going on. Maybe you want to check out if the power is going to be coming on soon, if they think it'll be on soon, or if they think it's going to be a long-term outage. You just want to know, you want to have information, and your TV is probably not going to work. Depending on what the problem is, your cell phones may or may not work, internet may or may not work either, so a radio is a good alternative to have. And it runs on AA's, so there you go, radio. So this is really cool. This is an emergency power pack for a cell phone. And I like this one. This is made by Intercell, but there's all different brands of these coming out now, left and right. Most of them you charge via USB from your computer, and it's rechargeable battery, and you can take it with you and charge your phone. But in a power outage, you may not be able to charge anything again. So if you use one of those to charge your cell phone, once you discharge the emergency battery, you can't charge your phone anymore because you can't recharge these. This one I got because it does take 2 AA's. So as long as you've got your AA batteries in your kit here, you can just keep on putting more batteries in this, keep on charging your cell phone up. And it's got one side that's micro USB, pops out. This side is mini USB, which is what my GPS takes. Wouldn't need a GPS in this situation, but that's what it takes. And then the back, it's got this that pops out to charge your iPod. And an iPod may be something that you may really want to use. It might be in high demand for your children or whatever in a power outage. They're going to want to have their music and videos. So it's a cool thing to have. And then finally, we have just things to do, games. Power outages are a great time to have some family time, bring the family together without the TV on, without the computer on, and all that stuff. Just throw a deck of cards in here, get this for $1. Other little games, we love Uno. I've always loved Uno. And I remember when I was a kid, I had the original Game Boy. My sister had the Sega Game Gear. If you're an adult and you still have those and they work, this might be a great place to put those. And when the power goes out, you let your kids play with them, and they only get to play with them when the power goes out. So it's like really, really exciting, something cool for them to do. So just a thought, I might have to go hit my parents up for my Game Boy. It's at my parents' house. unless my sister commandeered it. I'm gonna find out. But hope you enjoyed this kit, and I hope some of you try to put together one of these. I think it's an important thing to have in every household. Take care.